The number one mistake a buyer will ever make is to buy a home without going over a neighborhood checklist. And if you don't have a neighborhood checklist and you are thinking about buying a home, then this video is for you. Here's why. Most buyers spend hours researching home, the square footage, the kitchen upgrade, the bathroom, the school district, and they spend about 20 minutes thinking about the neighborhood. In my opinion, that is a big mistake and is one I see cost people time, money, and peace of mind over and over again. Here's the truth. You can renovate the kitchen, you can repaint the wall, you can almost change anything about a house, but you can never change what is outside of that front door. The neighborhood is permanent, and if it is the wrong fit, no amount of granite countertop is going to fix that. So in today's video, I am giving you my 6 neighborhood checklist that every buyer needs to go through before they make an offer. Real question and Charlotte specific example that will help you think through each one. And the last category on this list has a homework question for you and your real estate agent. So you want to stick around to hear the last category, the 6th one, okay? So my name is Daniel Koumou. I am a local realtor with KNAX Group at Keller Williams Realty here in Charlotte. And let's get into today's video. So let's get into it. Coming on category number 1, the most important one of them all. And on my list is the location. This one is very important. It's more important, especially in a city like Charlotte than most people realize, right? Charlotte is a car city. The citywide walkability score is very low. Just 26 out of 100. That means outside of neighborhoods such as South End, Uptown, and a few other pockets, you are in your car for almost everything. So before you fall in love with a home, here is what I want you to do. Drive the neighborhood during the rush hour, not only on Saturday morning when you and your agent are going to preview the property, during actual rush hour, Monday through Friday, morning and evening. Charlotte traffic has grown almost 17% year over year. I-77 north going to a Cornelius and Lake Norman can go anywhere from 25-minute drive to 60-minute drive depending on when you get on the highway. I-45 south to Steel Creek with the new River District happening and all the construction happening in Steel Creek. The I-45 south, the Steel Creek corridor, that traffic it used to be you get on I-45, there's no traffic. Now it's not the same anymore. So you get on I-45 nowadays, it is the parking lot as well too. The university area, they all have their own peak hours realities. So you need to feel it before you commit to that location. And depending on location, your commute to work, to your children's school, to wherever you go most often, do it on the weekdays at the actual time you were living, not on a Sunday afternoon or when you're just looking at the house. Another thing that I always recommend to every buyer, visit the nearby everyday essential. Your everyday essential, you need to visit those while you're doing that showing. What is the closest grocery store? What is the nearest hospital, gas station, all that stuff. Believe it or not, some of Charlotte neighborhood, especially the newer neighborhood now that they're building on the outer suburb, you may be surprised how far those daily convenience actually are from certain subdivision. So to recap this, location does matter a lot, and make sure you do your homework before you commit to a neighborhood, okay? So location number 1. Category number 2, neighborhood features and amenities. And this one is the one buyers rush through the most. At the home around the one you're looking, well maintained, this matters more than most people think. When you go to sell your home, buyers walking up to your home are going to see the neighbor's home first. A well-kept neighborhood holds its value. A neighborhood where maintenance is starting to slip tells a story about that community. Is there adequate parking? In an established Charlotte neighborhoods such as Noda, Dillwood, or Para Plaza Midwood, street parking can be very competitive. If you have multiple cars or you have frequent guests for gather parties, check this before you come into a community. Are there sidewalk, bike routes, or walking path? For family with children, this is safety question as much as it is a lifestyle one. A lot of newer master plan community like in the Ballantyne, Highland Creek, part of the Steel Creek, have excellent trails system, older established neighborhood. But some, especially the newer community, they don't. So if this is important to you, you wanted to make sure that the neighborhood has some of those features or amenities that you are looking for in a community. Okay. And here's the most important thing I can tell you in the entire section. Visit the neighborhood at a different time of the day, not just when your showing is scheduled. Go back on Tuesday evening, go back on Saturday morning, go back at nighttime, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. A neighborhood that feels calm at 2 p.m. on a Sunday can feel completely different at 7 p.m. on Friday. I have had clients who bought in Uptown and were genuinely shocked by the noise on the weekend night because they only ever saw the neighborhood during the daytime during the showing. So double check your neighborhood before you commit into a neighborhood. Do your homework, okay? So that was category number 2. Let's move on to category number 3, technology and connectivity. This one here has become non-negotiable for a lot of buyers in 2026 and the most overlooked. And I too guilty of this one, okay? Test your cell phone signal at the home. Walk around inside the home, go into the basement, and if there's one, or if there's a basement, go to the back lot. Death spots are real, especially in some of the more wooded community around Norman or in part of Western Mecklenburg County. You do want to do that because it's nothing being at home and you don't have connection or your cell phone doesn't pick up signal. It's annoying. It is one of those that we overlook, but it is very important as well too. Check with your internet provider, serve the address and what speed is available. Do you want the fiber? Do you want the regular spectrum? Charlotte has good fiber internet coverage in most areas, but it's not everywhere. So if you work from home, and a lot of buyers in today's market do, your internet connection is your lifeline. Find out before you close on that house, not after. And if you have children doing virtual learning, gaming, or if your household is heavy on streaming and video calls, make sure the infrastructure in that specific neighborhood can handle your needs. You don't want to be stuck in a home where the internet service is low or you don't have the fiber what you used to. So those are some of the stuff you wanted to do. This a quick 5-minute check that can save you months of frustration. That 5 minutes of just checking will take you a long way once you buy that home. And believe it or not, we overlooked this category a lot. And up to today, I still do too, because you're talking, you forget your phone in your pocket, you don't even know until you close on the home, then you realize, well, when I was here, I don't have an internet connection. So take a moment, read that fine print. I call it fine print because it's the one that we overlook the most. So that was category number 3. Moving on. Number 4. Category number 4, noise and environment. Okay? I feel most strongly about this one because this is where I personally learned and experienced an expensive lesson. I have done a video before and I've talked about this before on this channel. We purchased on a property on Birch Street as an investment property. We didn't realize that there was a railroad track behind the property until we were in that home on a Saturday morning at 10 a.m. and the first train went by. They were shook and that train came through at all different hours, including nighttime. So let me give you the framework that will save you from making that same mistake. Visit the neighborhood more than once. 4 times if you have to. The noise profile of a neighborhood change dramatically depending on where you are there, okay? Pay attention to traffic, road noise, some of the home back up to I-45, I-77, or any major Charlotte thoroughfare. Are you near the airport? With the new runway expansion, would that be on a plane path? Those are the kind of stuff you wanted to find out before you commit to the neighborhood. This small neglected overlook affect a resale of a home, okay? So listen for trend. Charlotte has active freight line and the CAT light rail is expanding. Know where the track are before you buy. Google Map satellite view is your friend here. Zoom out, look before you ever walk through the door. Another thing you do, look for nearby businesses or construction. A vacant lot next door might become a commercial building in 2 years. A quiet street may have a school opening at the end of the next year. Ask, research, and please talk to neighbors. They will tell you everything you need to know. They know what that area sound like at midnight on a Friday. They know what that train sound like at 3 o'clock in the morning. The 10 minutes you spend just having a small conversation with someone who already lived there is worth more than anything you will ever read in the listing description. So do yourself a favor. If you don't do nothing else, you're driving, you like the neighborhood, you see a neighbor, just stop and say hi, talk to them. We're looking to move in here, anything I need to know, and then just find out a little bit about the neighborhood. So it is very crucial to know and do your homework in terms of noise and the environment and what's happening in that area. Okay, category number 5 is about the lifestyle. A little bit more of a personal category, but a very important one as well too. I want you to close your eyes for a second and ask yourself these 3 questions. Can I picture myself living my daily routine in this neighborhood? Not a vacation, not on a special day, just a regular Tuesday. You wake up, you make your coffee, you take the kid to the school, you come home, you cook dinner. Does this neighborhood feel right for that version of my life? Can I see myself spending weekend here? In Charlotte, a lot of neighborhood identity comes from what you do on the weekends. Are you a lake person? Lake Norman, Lake Wally, both have community built around that lifestyle. Are you a trail or a greenway person? Highland Creek, okay? And some other neighborhood around have that. Are you a downtown energy person? South End, Noda, serve that. Know which one of this lifestyle you are and make sure the neighborhood match your lifestyle. And to add a little bit of cherry to that, can I grow into this neighborhood long term? The home you buy today needs to work for you, not just now, but in 5 years. Maybe you're planning to have children. Maybe elderly parent will eventually move in. Maybe you will be working from home for full time. Think about where you are going, not just where you are right now. So if nothing else, please, as part of your homework about a community is to look and see if that community fit into your lifestyle. Now, let's hit the last but not least category. Category number 6, the future growth. And here is what I say, there's some question to ask for you to do homework and to ask your agent. Write this question down to ask your agent, because a good agent will know the answer and a great agent will already have thought about them before you even ask them. So text me if you want to. Are there planned development or infrastructure project nearby that could affect the area? In Charlotte right now, for instance, this is a critical question. The River District is on the west side, is transforming the west of Charlotte. The Silver Light Rail is going to reshape the east and west corridors. New corporate offices, campuses for SMBC, Sky Motors, Capital Group are going to create demand in specific neighborhood. A home near a future light rail station is very different investment than a home that has no planned infrastructure around it. Are property tax or HOA feel like likely to change? I have talked about this in depth on this channel. The 2027 Mecklenburg County reevaluation is coming. If you are buying Mecklenburg County, you need to understand what your bill may look after that reevaluation. And if there's an HOA, ask about the reserve fund. A community with a weak reserve fund is a community that could pay homeowner with a special assessment at any time. Okay, could this home still meet your need in 5 to 10 years? This ties back to lifestyle category 5 check. But from a financial standpoint, is this neighborhood that is growing in value or staying flat? In Charlotte right now, neighborhood in growth corridor with infrastructure investment behind them are going to appreciate differently than neighborhood where nothing is changing. So know which situation you are buying into is crucial. Okay, so here is the bottom line. We went over 6 categories: location, neighborhood, features, technology and connectivity, noise and environment, lifestyle, and future growth. Go through every single one of this before you make an offer on any home in Charlotte. Not because the home are bad, no, but because the right home in the wrong neighborhood is still the wrong decision. Let me rewind that. The right home, the perfect home in the wrong neighborhood is still the wrong decision. And I have watched too many buyers learn that the hard way. Take this checklist with you. If you want, give me a call. I have it on a PDF. I can send it to you for you to check every time you're going for a showing. Send me a text, 704-904-5152, or call me. I'll email it to you. Use it. Visit the neighborhood at multiple times of the day. Talk to neighbors. Time your commute. Check your internet. Think about where your life is going, not just where you are right now. Best of it all, reach out to me. Let's have a conversation. Again, my name is Koumou. I am with KNAX Group at Keller Williams Realty here in Charlotte. I speak French. So if it's French is your thing, I speak French and English. And I work with buyers from all backgrounds every single day. Now, if you find this video something that, drop a comment. Which category on this checklist surprised you the most? Was there something you have not thought about before watching this video? I want to hear from you, okay? And share this with a buyer who is in the middle of the search right now. They might need it. Until then, see you guys on the next video. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.